Look what just showed up at the dealership yesterday. Now, this truck is pretty rare for us. We don't do too many of these, but we just got in an available, mind you, at the filming of this video, this truck is available, and I know somebody out there needs this to pull their motorhome, their boat, whatever it is they got. I mean, this truck is literally the perfect combination of capability and luxury. It's a 2022 Chevrolet Silverado 3500 High Country, dual rear wheel, crew cab, long bed, Duramax diesel, Allison transmission. I mean, what else is there to say? This thing is a beast. This truck weighs in at 8,698 pounds. It's just over 22 feet long, and it's just over 8 feet wide at the dual rear wheels. Now, I pretty much am willing to drive anything. I'm not really intimidated by too much as far as getting behind the wheel. Just taking this to put some diesel in it on the narrow lanes around this area, it's a little intimidating. It takes a little extra effort, a little extra concentration. Let's talk first about this Duramax. 6.6 liter, 445 horsepower, and puts out 910 foot-pounds of torque at about 1,600 RPM, and that's paired to an Allison 10-speed transmission. This truck has things like an exhaust brake, it has tow haul mode, it has engine grade braking, a lot of things that are going to help you pull whatever you're pulling behind this rig. If you use a gooseneck trailer, this truck will tow 31,100 pounds, which is incredible. If you use a regular conventional trailer, it's good for 20,000 pounds of towing. And if you're not doing any towing, you're just doing some hauling, the payload of this truck is 5,302 pounds. I mean, again, like I said earlier, it's a beast. This thing is gonna do anything you need it to do, and it's gonna do it with some style and some luxury. Now, this model being the High Country, pretty much what you see is what you get. The High Country is our top level trim. It's going to have pretty much everything standard with some additions and some changes and things that you can make. With the High Country, you're going to get body color bumpers. So no chrome bumpers, just chrome accents. Little chrome along the bottom. You got some chrome tow hooks. You got some a specific chrome grille with like bronze, a bronze finish there, which looks great. Little chrome hood scoop, chrome badges, chrome mirror caps. You know, just some basic things to just highlight and make it a nice little bit of a luxury look. This vehicle is equipped with the regular 6-inch chrome side steps. It does not have the power articulating steps, which are an option on this model. We did not add it with that. As you can see up on the roof here, we do have our roof marker lights, which I think look awesome on all the HD trucks. You also have lights along the back here because these fenders are pretty wide. So you have a marker light on the front in amber, you have one on the back in red, and then you also have 3 amber lights in the middle of the tailgate section there along the bottom. So just, again, a little bit extra visibility, a little extra styling, and you know, to me, it's a little bit of a cool factor. It just looks good. We did add the Multiflex tailgate to this truck, which is gonna come in handy. So, you know, you could drop the tailgate down. You can see it's a nice, easy lower. We'll press the second button here to drop the portion that we can use as a step. So now we can step in and out of the truck with ease, and you're going to want to be able to do that if you're doing any kind of fifth wheel hauling, because this does have the gooseneck and fifth wheel prep package. It's a real nice setup from General Motors where you can basically put a hitch ball and everything you're going to need to do your gooseneck or your fifth wheel trailering right here in the bed. It's awesome. All you would need is the actual parts like the hitch ball and stuff like that, which we sell in through GM accessories. We didn't add that to this particular truck, but you're all prepped up, you're ready to go. So if you needed that sort of stuff, we just order it through the parts department. As you can see here, we do have the bed spray lined. You do have the High Country badge there, which is nice. And what I didn't use when I hopped in here was the handle, which lifts up, so it makes it a little easier to use your steps on your tailgate. This truck also does have the corner step bumper, so you can use the step here with your handle to kind of hop up as well. And let's not forget about our side step here, just in case you had to get into something in this section of the bed, or you have a toolbox or something like that. You have a nice easy access to help yourself get up there as well. This truck is in the Iridescent Pro Tri-Coat, which is a fantastic color. Really, again, this whole thing is about luxury with this truck, with this High Country model, and this definitely does the job. Wheels are 17-inch front and rear, of course, and yeah, she's a real beauty. I can totally see this pulling like your horse trailer, your camper, your boat. You know, it would really look great going down the road. And if you're interested in the winter, we do have snowplow prep package on this vehicle, although I highly doubt you'd really want to put a plow on this particular model. Inside this truck, you're gonna find the same interior that we've been used to for the past few years. You know, so it's the old style. It's not the new updated 2022 style that we're gonna see in the 1500s very shortly. But you know what? It does the job. It has a nice comfortable seat. It's leather. Heated seats in this truck are functional. They do work. The ventilated seats do work, so there's no retrofit needed for that. You will notice on the window sticker for this truck that it does give you a $200 credit because there are no rear heated seats and there is no retrofit according to that window sticker. It's just they're not in the truck. There is also no rear park sensors right now. There's a $50 credit for that. However, later retrofit will be available where you can have those parts and those sensors hooked up. This truck also does have the functional heated steering wheel. That does work. And you know, those are those few things that you'd like, especially on a day like today where it's 28, 29 degrees outside. You know, it's nice having those features in a vehicle, especially on a long haul, you know, when you're pulling your motorhome cross country or whatever it may be. Now, when you are pulling that motorhome cross country, you do have power features here, which are very important. Like this one button here, you press that, it's going to extend your mirrors out so you can see around whatever you're towing, make it a little bit easier. Press that same button, you're going to tuck them right back in, or slide them back in, I should say. And then if you press the button next to it, they are power folding. So if you're going into a garage or parking in a spot where you don't want those mirrors hanging out, you just, you know, nice easy one-touch button, and you can get that done. Of course, right here on your door panel, you have your power windows, you have the mirror adjustments, you have your locks, you have your memory package. Up here, you have your headlights, you have all your lights for fog lights, your bed cab light, you have your four-wheel drive controls and your drive modes, which does include an off-road mode and a tow haul mode. You know, so different computer programs to the vehicle to kind of help you achieve the things that you're looking to do while you're driving down the road. The one other very cool feature that's available, I think it's like 150 bucks, the auxiliary switch panel here. So you have 5 auxiliary switches that you can hook up to things under the hood, whether it be auxiliary lighting or whatever you may have that you want on this rig. You can link it up under the hood. You have the harnesses, all that sort of stuff that would go to those buttons, make it nice and easy, and a nice, very clean look for whatever accessories you might be adding to your truck. Here on the left side, you have your stock for your turn signals and high beams and wipers and windshield washer, all that sort of stuff. On the steering wheel, cruise controls on the left, forward collision alert, your gap adjust is here on the left where you could adjust that. You also have, we talked about the heated steering wheel button. On the right hand side, we have Bluetooth controls and buttons to control the driver information center, which is the screen up here in the front. One cool thing I did notice is the tire pressure sensors. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. Pretty neat to see that you have, you know, obviously all 6 wheels and their tire pressures. That's literally the first time I've ever seen that screen. We haven't had a dually here where I was able to check that out. One other package that this truck does not have is the tech package. I'm assuming it was on constraint and we couldn't order it because normally we would have added it to the vehicle. What that gives you is the rear camera mirror where you have the little toggle on the bottom and you can make this a camera image. And the other thing it does not have is a head-up display which puts onto your windshield things like your speed, tachometer, radio station changes, forward collision alert, gap adjustment, all that sort of stuff. And another thing I noticed, this does not have a camera button. One thing I like in the new Tahoes and Suburbans for 2022, they added a 360 camera button. It's on the left-hand side of those vehicles. And when you press that button, it's a one-touch button to do basically that, where you can you'll see your forward and your bird's eye view camera. Now, I like the idea of having that, especially in a truck like this, because I just brought it over to the fuel station for gas. It's a big rig, you know, it's 22 feet long, like I mentioned. It's got a long wheelbase. So although the turning radius is pretty nice, it might require a little bit more of a 3-point turn or a K-turn, if you will. So being able to have a one-touch button to see how close you are to what's in front of you would be real nice. So now you just have to do it through the screen. It is what it is. These are all different camera angles. This does have the bed camera angle, which I want to show you. So if you have anything linked up to that 5th wheel gooseneck, you'll be able to see it. And then you have your empty spots here for your invisible trailer and for your side view cameras as well that you could hook up to this particular truck. As you can see over my head here, we did also add the sunroof to this particular truck. You know, it's a power tilt and slide like most sunroofs. You do have a manual shade you could open and close. All the controls for that are up here on the top panel. And then there's one more button here for the rear window that you could also open and slide. That's a great feature to have, because what you can do is you can open your actual windows, you open that in the back and the air flows through nice and smoothly. You don't get like all that noise and buffering or whatever you'd call it that happens when air gets into the cab and doesn't have a way to escape. Further down in the center console here, you have your climate control settings, which are driver, passenger, hot and cold, fan speed, direction of where you want your air, your defrost, your AC, that sort of stuff. You do have your heated and ventilated seats for your driver and passenger. And then you have a whole line of buttons here. You have your diesel exhaust brake. You have your lane departure warning with lane keep assist. You have your park assist. Now that's the feature that's not gonna work until you get that retrofit. I think they're talking late fourth quarter of 2022. That'll be available for you to bring it to your local dealer and have them finish off that particular option. Right next to that, you have your power release for your tailgate. You have your hazards. You have your StabiliTrak to turn that system off. You have your button to power your outlet, and you have a one-touch button to drop all 4 windows at the same time, which is a pretty cool way to just drop everything down and let hot air escape and cool air in. Last thing on the center stack is your outlets. You got your 120 volt, you got your 12 volt, you got a couple of USB. You do have your trailer brake controller. You have your wireless charging pad, and then you just have some space, you know, cup holders, pens, phones, whatever you may carry around. You have plenty of storage inside the center armrest here, along with a couple more USB ports. You have dual glove boxes, upper and lower, with a little tag here, dually, wider turn required. I guess this is for the parking lot around the factory. I should actually put that here. This way we know the same thing around here. In the back seat here, you have your stadium style seats with a little bit of storage underneath those, as well as your lockers in the rear seat itself. There's one on this side, there is one on the other side, and then in the middle, cup holders and armrest for you know, your 2 outboard passengers. I tell you, for a diesel, it sounds like a diesel. You can tell it's a diesel, but it's quiet. It's a real nice nice combination of sound and again, quietness at the same time. It's obviously louder outside the vehicle than it is inside the vehicle. And if you want, we can come back here to the tailpipe and get a little bit of noise there, but it's quiet, very quiet. This truck, the way it's equipped, MSRP is $82,115. If you're interested in this truck, because this is available, like I mentioned early on, I don't know how long it's gonna last, but if you go down to the description, I'll put a link to our website so you can see the details on this particular truck. If you have any questions at all, please put them in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them all. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.